Alright guys, new video on some survival type food. When I got my FreezeDryGuy big pail full of all those individual meals, I also got a number 10 can of rolled oats. These are quick oats, basically to make oatmeal. Now, I'm a firm believer in buying food that you like. I happen to love oatmeal, but for the most part I've had like instant oatmeal. I've had the packs where it's already flavored, and, you know, it might be like strawberry or blueberry or something like that. You know, brown sugar, those kinds of things. So I want to just, I'm going to sacrifice one of my cans and bust it open and taste test this, and it's not going to go to waste or anything. I'll continue to eat it for breakfast for the next couple weeks or whatever, or as long as it lasts. But I'm going to do this a super easy way. I'm going to just throw some oats in a bowl, and I have a mug here. I'm going to fill it with some water. I'm just going to boil water in the microwave just to be quick, and taste test it. Now, I'm not going to add sugar or anything like that. Of course, for my breakfast, it might get a little plain, just regular oatmeal. You might want to add some fresh fruit or something if you have it. You know, maybe diced apples or some kind of a berry, you know, whatever you like. But most people would probably add a little bit of sugar to it. You can always add maple syrup if that's, you know, your thing. There's a lot of ways to eat oatmeal. But I'm just going to have it totally plain. I'm going to pretend that, you know, hey, I really have nothing else. In an emergency situation, I'm probably not going to doctor it up. I won't always have that option. So I'm basically just taste testing it, showing you the can here, in case you guys are interested. Here's some of the nutritional facts on this. There are directions on how to make this, but it's really preference. Some people like oatmeal drier than others. Some people like it more like wet. So we'll see. I'm not gonna go by any direct science or math here. I'm just gonna basically, like I said, pour boiling water over the quick oats, and we'll have some oatmeal. So let me open the can up here. By the way, these number 10 cans, they come with a resealable lid, but they're also completely sealed, just like a can of soup or any other kind of can. Once you bust open this, or bust into it, the actual can itself, then you have the resealable lid to keep air out. But obviously, once you open this can itself, you lower the lifespan of the entire can. So anyway, I'll get back with you when I get this open and when I get some water boiling. Alright, I got my very hot cup of water here, and just basically use my can opener. I got the lid off. Throw that in the garbage. Be careful, it's going to be sharp. Alright, so here's what it looks like. Now I can see an oxygen absorber, one of those packets sticking up in here. You're going to want to leave that in there for as long as basically you have the food. It's not going to hurt anything. Obviously, don't eat that. It's poisonous. I think that's pretty straightforward. But if you have a family and you have little kids and stuff, and they're going to have access to this food, you may want to take them out just in case. I mean, you never know. But for the most part, people are going to realize you don't eat that. But I wouldn't discard it. While you have food in there, like I said, unless you have real little kids that are going to be accessing the food themselves, you should probably leave it in there. It'll continue to do its job. When you're all done, just, you know, put the lid back on. So anyway, it's pretty straightforward. Just going to pour some oats in our bowl. Don't need a whole bunch. Alright. Put our oxygen absorber back in there. Lid back on. Alright. Pour our hot water over this. Now again, I'm not doing exact science here. You could measure and all that stuff, but I'm not even going to bother. Give it a little bit of a stir. See where we're at. Now again, like I said before, everyone's going to have their own preference as to how wet or dry they like their oatmeal. Some people like it soupy-like, some people like it barely moist at all, so it's really just going to depend. But I can tell you right now, this definitely needs some more water. Give it a second just to soak it up. Make sure you push all your dry oats down so it's all wet. Alright, so I just let it sit there for a little bit just to soften up everything. Like I said, just let it absorb all the water and everything. I've never had oats or oatmeal plain with nothing else like included, no sugar, no kind of sweetener at all, just plain old rolled oats. So here we go. I'm going to give it a little taste. Nice healthy little spoonful here. Well, it's got the same consistency and texture as I'm used to with oatmeal. It is just oats. It's definitely plain. Like I said, my whole life I've never had just straight oats like this. It's always been doctored up with, even if it was, I've had homemade oatmeal before like this, but sugar in it, and you get the fruit and whatever. I never had a plain like this. So in a survival type situation, this would get pretty boring after a while. So what does this tell me? It tells me if I'm going to keep storing these, I might want to store some sugar too, because I'm going to want to sweeten it up. Now, the healthiest way and probably the best way to sweeten this up, if you do prefer that flavor, is honey. Honey is a superfood. I mean, you can do some research yourself on honey, but it's great. It has so many benefits. It lasts forever. It's really a great thing to have in a, again, quote-unquote survival situation or an emergency situation. Some people just might not like that taste. If you don't like honey in your oatmeal, then obviously that's not going to work for you. Just the whole point here is to just get what you like. Test it out, Don't just buy food and store it and that's it. Taste it. If you're going to just get one can, maybe you can go with a buddy and split cost on another one just so you can taste it so you know what you're in for. Now, originally I thought, all right, well, if I have no choice, of course I can eat it. And yeah, I can eat it. It's not terrible. Let me get another bite here. It's not too bad. But it's not sweet at all. So it would definitely get boring after a while. So just wanted to make that video, show you what the oats look like and everything. I'm sure most people already know what it's like, but I just want to show you specifically from this source, FreezeDryGuy. This is how it comes. Just wanted to make the video on it. Like I said, I like to test all my stuff out. If I'm storing food, I test it first. If it's something I don't like, I may barter. I may trade with someone for something else I do like. You can't just blindly buy a bunch of food and stash it away and think you're going to be okay. If it comes time where you actually have to use it and you break it out and you go, oh man, this sucks, this tastes like crap, or I really don't like this, why would you have to suffer? I've always said to store food that you're going to eat and food that you like. Especially in that type of situation, morale is going to be everything. And if you have a hard day at work and you're completely stressed out at the situation, the very last thing you want to do is, be disgusted by your dinner or your meal. You want it that your food is really going to be what keeps you going. You're going to be working hard throughout the day, looking forward to that meal later. So you want food that's going to taste good. So anyway, like I said, all this really means to me is to store some more honey, because that's what probably I'll use to sweeten it. I want to show you what I actually did to sweeten this up, and it tastes like, wow, it's awesome. I already hit it with some sugar. I only used 1 teaspoon, which is what I'm using to eat this. For this amount here, it's fine. I don't need to be super sweet. It's not candy. It's not dessert. I just want to make it bearable to eat. But I use this the seasoning here. It's pumpkin pie spice. I had this left over. This was actually given to me by someone who used it throughout the holidays, and I just stuck it in my cabinet. And I was just looking right now. I was going to put cinnamon in it, but I tried this, and it is just awesome. Okay, so just a little bit of sugar, a little bit of this pumpkin pie. Wow, can't talk today. Pumpkin pie spice. Just over the top. Mix it in a little bit. Awesome. It's really like night and day. It went from really, really bland to actually very, very good. And I'll probably have this again tomorrow for breakfast. So anyway, just a quick little update before the video is over. Just a little bit of seasoning and a little bit of sweetener of your choice. A lot of people are going to say, oh, don't use the Sweet and Low and Splenda and all that stuff for the aspartame. It's going to kill you. I hear that a lot. Artificial sweeteners, it's going to kill you. What doesn't kill you? Think about your day from the time you wake up and get out of bed, go to work, go to school, whatever. All the different things, all the dangerous things that can happen. If you're one of those people, I can't blame you. Good for you for trying to be healthy and all that, but I don't know. For me, it's just occasionally I'll use it. I don't think it's poison, you know. Is it good for my body? No. But what really is good for my body? Half the stuff we shovel in our faces is definitely not good for us. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Just wanted to talk about the oatmeal. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm really going now. Thanks for watching. Take care.